Hi, I'm Phil Bridges, owner of Straight Arrow Repair. Ever want to know how a repairman fixes things? Well, come with me and I'll show you how I solve problems. Let's make things better together. Hey, you're here? Guess what, I am too. Glad you came along. What we're doing today is putting a skirting up on a mobile home. And we'll end up being up to about here, but the skirting itself will come along under here somewhere. I want to show you first what kind of tools you're going to need and what supplies you're going to need. We have all the top front corners. Here's your top front. Corners will cut to length. J-channel. And then the panels are scattered around like so over there. This particular color is black, which is a little unusual. Rooms with the black shutters, gray house, white trim. So that's what the plan is. Now, the other things, a pair of snips. I use straights, hammer, 4-foot level, screw gun with a 1/4-inch bit, the screws. These are colored to the same colors, and then the nails that we use to hold down the J-channel. And then a tape measure, pencil, a razor knife to open up the plastic if you have it wrapped with plastic. Usually our supplier does that. So we're going to show you. We're starting pretty late, probably about 3. And we'll show you how much we can get done before it gets dark, which will be about 5:36 today. So see how much we can get done today, and we'll finish it up tomorrow. Alright, so on the first corner, which is usually where I start, I try to go to the tallest corner. I make a mark on the front where I'm going to go to, which is right there, let's say. And I start about 1.5 inches over on both sides. See how the center is here. And you can use a speed square and all that stuff if you want. Then I'm going to take these snips and cut over to that center mark there. Open it up a little bit more. Hold it, and then that allows me to get a corner without any interference. All right, now this leveled down is going to be the back side. So the material will be up against this and up against that. You got to do both sides of it. Take that hammer and drive it down like so. Now I'm going to go to that end. And get a nail or two. there. Literally, I can make a mark in the mud here. This is the back. So, we'll want the width of this is about 7/8 of an inch. So we'll need to be about, this is back, need to be about 1/2 inch or so here. Maybe even 7/8. So, I gotta lift it out of there anyway. Go a little further on this one. I'm gonna fold this down. Alright, so we can fold this like so. We'll double check again. Make sure we're okay back here. Okay, we gotta push that down on me. What did this guy do? Okay, there we go. Now, get all this tied. Where he's at there, probably need to try and lift up. So we'll put a cut right here to get that where it needs to be. All right, now we'll go down that side. Let me put one more in the front here. Probably right there. Right over 3 feet. Don't need the snips anymore. That's it. So we're going to keep doing that all the way down the side. All right, so if you notice where I've got to allow some room up here for this lip right here, which is about 1 inch. That's what I tell them to do. You should always check. So I need to be down at least 1 inch, if not more. And so I want to go to right there. So that's plenty of room. So I measure, it's 31.5. That's what we need. Now, let's cut the metal. Now, this is going to be another thing to understand. This is going to have a corner on it. You can make it where it goes through. So, we don't have to go all the way here because the corner is quite wide. So, here's The width, 36 inches, 37 inches. Let's check and see what it is right here.
Pretty sure it's the same all the way across.
32 there. 32 will work. It's a little bit out of whack, but it'll work.
Well, how about all the way down here?
One piece at a time.
No, but I'm curious if it's any different.
If you're curious, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
35 inches. It's longer. So
This is the thing. This is the highest side.
this is the highest side of this. It's not what I want on the video. So that's 32. And it happens to be 32 on this. You see a 4-foot level. Straight edge of any kind. Somehow that doesn't look the same. We're going to double check. A little bit off. All right. These things are stitching. All right, so take it off the other because it'll scrap. Now, I'm going to hold it with my foot, grab it right here, and literally help it by pulling up. Now, start right here. I'm going to push it up against the back side, which is higher, and then push it in on the front. Now, the first one, in every so many sheets, you want to make sure that you're pretty level. And that's level. I might put 1 or 2 screws. Now, I'm kind of going backwards, but I'll put the lap side next one.
Yeah.
So we're just going to keep on doing that. Now, if there's this doesn't have as many obstacles to overcome on cuts and such. So I have other videos that have much more challenging up and down terrain and around things. They'll have those cuts and so on for you if you don't see in this. You can always comment, send a question, and I'll try to answer it too. All right, so what we have now is a small distance from here to here, and then the corner will cover that. So that ends up being 3 inches. 3 inches ends up being close to this. So I'm going to take a razor knife, cut right beside that. Good cut. So you can also take a straight edge and do that. I'm going to get off the gravel over here, and I'm going to bend That happens to be the length we need also. There we go. We'll just fasten that in place. Then we'll do the same on this side, which 15 inches, I'll just go ahead and see where that falls out. Right beside that. I have electric shears. Yes, I could use those. I have 3 different kinds of electric shears. The cut, we're not trying to close it in on that metal, we're opening up that cut. So if you read the directions.
And do not cut yourself.
Try not to go. See that? Okay, so I'm gonna put the corners on, metal corner on first. The trim is coming up here, so I want the metal corner to come up here also to that edge, both sides. I've measured it, and I'm gonna cut it. I'll put the cut edge in the J channel. Looks like I need to cut a little bit more. Sticking up above.
You're not exactly.
Pretty good right there. Alright, screw gun and screws. 5 screws.
Those screws?
Yeah. I have them right here.
You sure you want that? It looks angled pretty hard.
It's because that's setting is a little bit off. $37 and the way I'm marking right here, you can see the speed square. If you want to know how I do that, I have a video on how I do that. This comes from the drywall grid. Allows me to have the ability to speed up. parking, have less tools on me or around me to do the job. Doing it.
Cut a lot off.
I have to cut it off on the bottom, like you were saying, right here.
Well, this is where you cut originally.
Let me turn it over and cut. Okay, windy day, but we got it done. It's a black Scooty trim. J-channel didn't take any time. If you want to know some of the details on how to cut some of the angles and such, which we didn't have here, there's several other videos that I've got that shows you how. But you see how pretty it can look as an accent. Let's go down this other side. Very, very durable. Ta-da! You can do it too. It's Phil Bridges. If you like what you saw, you think it might be helpful to somebody else, push that like button and let other people know what you and I now know. And we'll work together toward making a brighter future. And by the way, we're not Americans, we're Americans. See you next time.